What up, y'all? It's your boy, Night2727, and this is my 3DS rant. I just want to say, first of all, the 3DS is a very good system for handhelds. It's revolutionary. You have 3DS, you have 3D gaming, you got, Wi-Fi. It all comes together good. You have like Netflix on it. It's a very good system, but what's making it seem like it sucks is, first of all, the people who probably can't afford one and they get mad and say the 3D hurts my eyes. I have one. I've had it since the day it came out. It was a little strain in my eyes because I wasn't used to it. Now I can pull it up to max, and I half the time I can't even tell it's on. So it's not even an issue that it hurts your eyes. It's just the fact that people complain. And people complain about the good games. Here's one. Resident Evil: The Mercenaries 3D. I know you're saying, oh, it's just a remake. When you look at it and compare it to Resident Evil 5 on the console, first of all, it looks almost exactly like the console. So graphics-wise, it's one of the best graphics you've ever seen on a handheld that's out now. Doesn't count PSP. PSP Vita is not even out, so that doesn't even count. I'm saying right now for handhelds, that's probably one of the best graphical games that are out. They say that it's just repetitive, and when you look at Resident Evil 5, that's supposed to be one of the best games, got all these awards. You can't even walk and shoot at the same time. Mercenaries, you can't. You can walk and shoot. You can reload and walk at the same time. You know, like just simple stuff like that. It just seems so amazing, but when you look at the console version, it doesn't even have that. What does it make sense? The enemy's chasing you, so you have to quick turn, run, quick turn, shoot, quick turn, run. When on Mercenaries, you can just have a shotgun and just walk backwards and shoot. But games like that actually make sense and are actually good don't get the recognition that it deserves. Mercenaries has so much going for it. They even added the ability to take different layouts and give it to different people. I think Rebecca Chambers has the best layout on anybody. It's quick, it's simple. You have a machine gun and you have a grenade launcher. Simple. And I can give that to like Chris or Hunk, Jack, anybody. And you can interchange them. And there's even perks too, where if I hit somebody, they get electrocuted, and as they hit the ground, a storm of electricity comes out and electrocutes all the enemies in the area. Can Resident Evil 5 do that? No. So that gets a bad score, but something like this gets like the best score out on a 3DS. Why? Because it's the simple remake of a game that has been remade since it came out. In what, like 96, 97? This game is ancient. Zelda, Ocarina of Time, but yet this gets the highest praise on the 3DS. Yes, the graphics are a major improvement. The gyroscope, 3D, it looks nice. It's a very graphical game. It's a good game, but the fact is that you say that this is worth $40 over one of the very few original titles on the 3DS. Old Nintendo 64. There was the GameCube, there was the Wii, now there's the 3DS, and there's the Wii U coming out. And this from 97 is still out? And you give this praise? Dumb. This is why Nintendo gets away with doing the things they do. They get a bunch of money from remakes because people buy it. I bought this because I never even played it. I have a 64. I actually have the game on the 64, but I just never got around to play it. So that's my excuse. Everybody else that has it on the Wii, the GameCube, all of them things, and beat it every time, why would you buy it again? What is the point? You're supporting nonsense. Okay, Street Fighter, late port. This got no praise at all, and this is actually one of the best launch titles that came out. They say it's so repetitive. They have a billion different characters. Each character has their own animations, own combos, so how is it repetitive? Yeah, pick a new character. You can swap between 3 different characters at once, and they all have their own different weapons and animations. Every character feels different. How is this bad? Actually, I don't like fighting games, but this is actually a very good fighting game. Dead or Alive, good graphics, online play is good. It's just a flat out good game. Nobody even talks about that. Street Fighter. I mean, it's a late port. Who doesn't already have Street Fighter? It's late, and it's $40. The game on the consoles was $40 when it first came out, I think. And you're charging $40 for lateness. Everything on the 3DS is either a late, watered down port or just some crappy remake. It's not even worth it. When you look at all the titles that came out, nothing's really original. So Mega Man Legends 3. I never played all of them. I played, I think, halfway through the first one, Mega Man Legends 1. And when they say it's going to be out with the release of the eShop, first of all, the eShop was pushed back. And then you're thinking, as soon as you get the eShop, Mega Man Legends, bam. No. Mega Man Legends was delayed. They said they're making a prototype. The prototype is which they're going to let you download. The people that download it have to pay for a demo. Yes, you have to pay for a demo. But that money, I guess, is going to go forward to the completion of the full game. So the prototype version has like 10 missions. Do we get the prototype version? No. They cancel it. And instead of just saying, okay, well, we worked on this portion of a game, which we were going to give to you that you pay for, instead of actually giving it to you for free because we canceled it, they're just going to throw it in the trash. And then they're going to cancel the full game, which is dumb. Nintendo doesn't like money. They don't like effort. They don't like work. Think about the new Super Mario Bros. On a Wii. You have Mario, Luigi. You have like two Toads for no reason. Why is there two Toads? Because they didn't want to program Peach in there. Because like she can float, like pretty much it would have been like Super Mario 2 on the NES. Like you had like all the different characters you can pick from. They made two Toads because they're the same programming and coding as Mario and Luigi. They don't have any, any feel of individuality. They all feel exactly the same. So something that simple, and basically the new Super Mario Bros. Was what, the one that was on the DS, just with slightly better graphics and new levels, and just thrown on the Wii. I mean, Nintendo is disgusting. And alright, so basically the Call of Duty franchise has been on the DS, the regular one. Haven't been great. I think 4 was the best on the DS. It's just the graphic capability wasn't that great, so it didn't really sell too well. There was still online multiplayer for the DS, and you would think because they get a better engine and are able to do more. Even Black Ops was on the DS. Then you upgrade to 3DS. You can play a first-person shooter on 3DS, have gyroscope controls for the aim when you aim down your sights. You think they would make that? No. Modern Warfare 3 will not be on 3DS. But there's a chance that Battlefield will be. So why skip out on a franchise that you've been carrying on the DS and not put it to the 3DS with better graphics, and it'll pretty much be the Wii version? If you play Black Ops on the Wii, it's pretty much the same exact game that's on the console, it's just with slightly less graphics. Pretty much, it's just like a watered down version, and it's actually very good on the Wii. So you would think that the 3DS version will be very similar to the Wii version, if not better. But they won't do it. It's dumb. Nintendo is just suckering people in to buy these watered down remakes and ports and not throwing out anything new and original. The 3DS so far, when you look at all the games that have been out, trash. The one game I thought that was actually going to be good was Ghost Recon. I hear Ghost Recon, I'm thinking third person, tactical shooter, and you get, what is it, the overhead strategy game. It's dumb. Splinter Cell was okay, but it's just a watered down port. The frame rate was kind of bad, and Splinter Cell's whatever. It was a late port anyway. Cartoon Network, Punch Time, Explosion, fake Super Smash Brothers. That didn't work because it was a fake Smash Brothers that didn't work. It just was not a good game at all. It was a fail. So what do you think that should come to the 3DS? Like, leave a comment and just let me know your opinion. What do you think come? I think like the PSP did good with like all the wrestling titles. SmackDown vs. Raw, pretty much the same thing as the PS2 version. They had just about every feature that the console did, except like the directional throw and the new physics engine, because it's a handheld. But with the 3DS, let's say if they took the new SmackDown, WWE 12, They could actually add the directional throw where you can like turn a suplex in midair, commentary, better graphics, and online. Do you think they'll do that? Probably not. WWE 12 is coming out very soon, I believe. I forget when. I think November or something like that. And it's probably not going to be on there. UFC Undisputed 2010 was on there also on the PSP, and that was pretty good. Even though they chopped out half of the moves and the commentary, but the core gameplay was actually very good. And like I said, the 3DS is more powerful than that. So you think they can upgrade the graphics, have all the moves in there, and have the commentary. But they're probably not going to do that because it'd be too much work. I don't even see why half of these people are in a game industry when they don't want to work. It's just a port. Like Undisputed, if Undisputed was on the PSP, it definitely could have been on the Wii easy. But they didn't do it. So anything that's even worth coming out, Super Mario's pretty good. The new Resident Evil, Snake Eater's coming out, which is another remake. They could have took the time to make an exclusive title, like Peace Walker in the PSP was. Something like that, a brand new story, maybe a prequel or in between this game and that game. But no, just another PS2, very old game remade for the 3DS, which is basically the same exact thing. Any exclusive missions? Doubt it. Just, oh yeah, Fight Night. Fight Night would be perfect. It's 2-on-2. I mean, the 1-on-1. I'm sorry, 1-on-1. 2 guys in a ring, in a ref. It's not that much game mechanics. It could have online because it's only 2 people. It's not like football when there's like 6-on-6 and you have to each individual character. That takes a lot of space. A boxing game, Fight Night could work well. People who like the analog stick punching can use the touchscreen, swipe punching. People who like the buttons can just use the buttons. It has a freaking camera on it, photo game face, right there in the system. Don't have to upload it to the EA servers. Simple as that. Do you think they would put a Fight Night on there? Fight Night Champions. If anything was a late port, something like that, UFC, WWE, some of the good games actually could have came on there as the late ports instead of something like Street Fighter. Street Fighter's not even worth your money, first of all, because it doesn't even have a story. You work so hard to get, through the arcade mode, and when you get like a 30-second clip, that's it. At least Tekken had a beautiful cinematic, 3D animation. You're seeing like a lot of stuff and developing the characters. You don't get that nowadays. Mortal Kombat, the new one's probably the best fighting game out. So, oh yeah, Thor and Captain America. Okay, Thor is not even coming out until September for the 3DS. But it's actually a 3D world game where you can actually, it's not a side scroller like the DS version. See how little work that they had to put into the DS? Just looks like a Super Nintendo game or a Game Boy Advance game. They tossed that out quick, but instead of taking the time to actually work on the better 3DS version and releasing that for their new system, they want to postpone that until September. All the other Thors got a bad review, so it's not really looking good for the 3DS version. Every other version of Thor sucked except the DS version, so why would I get the 3DS version late? And Captain America, that's coming out, I think, in October for the 3DS. And it's basically a 3D environment, 3D world, and it's in 3D. So it's closer to the Wii version. This is taking a step in the right direction, but they're late. So maybe 2012 will turn things around. But until now, 3DS doesn't really seem to be worth it at the moment. No good games. And what games that are good don't get the recognition it deserves. So people promote the just the laziness of Nintendo. I think Resident Evil: The Mercenaries is one of the best titles out, and I think it deserves way more credit than what it already has. But I'm Night 2727. This is my 3DS rant. Let me know what you think. Let me know what games you think are worth it and what should be coming out. Thanks for watching.